imagine this. You're 18 years old. You're 4,000 miles away from your home. You're in an environment that people are trained to kill you. That's their job, is to kill you. You can do that during the Battle of Peleliu. Peleliu was a battle that took place during World War II. It was an amphibious assault, which was they take the ships and they go to the beaches by ship. There's no land invasion. It's all by sea. The invasion took place September 15, 1944. And the reason the invasion took place is because the higher-ups decided that because the island had an airfield, that it could be an advantage to the enemy, an advantage to the enemy that could interfere with the operations of our U.S. Navy at the time. So that was the basis for it. So they all got together, and the way they do these is that they send out aerial aircraft first to fly over the island. They take pictures of the terrain to see how difficult the battles might be. If the pictures came back and the generals decided that the island looked pretty easy to take in the first place, it looked like it was just grassy plains, no problems. It was going to be easy. So easy, in fact, that one of the generals, the 1st Marine Division, General Rupertus, said that it will only take them 4 days to take this island. This is what the assault looked like. Those are the ships. They come in, they go to the beach. So they got the pictures back. It just showed pretty easy terrain. So they came in, they set up on the beach, no problem. And then they would get ready. That's another picture of them on the beach getting ready. So this is the island. The Marines would land here and up there. The 5th and 7th Marines would land, the 7th up there, the 5th down here. And the invasion was supposed to be easy. It was supposed to be 4 days. But when they got there, and I forgot a step. What they do is they bombard the island first. They want to make sure they kill the enemies as much as possible, make it easy for the Marines. So the Navy bombarded the army the island for 2 days. And remember, it was easy terrain. So when they got there, they noticed that it wasn't going to be as easy as they thought. The bombardment burnt out a lot of the brush, the trees, and the grass. And what they saw was a nightmare, a strategic nightmare. There was cave networks all throughout the island, channels, holes, canals, where the enemy could hide. So when the Marines landed, there was 28,000 Marines. 28,000 Marines. And only 10,000 Japanese soldiers were predicted to be on the island. I'm sorry, 11,000. So they stopped a couple hours after they landed on the beach. The Japanese, which they didn't know there was that many, came out of their hiding holes with the artillery, decided shooting down on the Marines. On the first day alone, the Marines would move inland. They only made it 2 miles, and during the course of that time, they lost 200 men, killed, 900 wounded on day 1. Day 1 of a 4-day battle. That's all it was supposed to take. 4 days. This is some of the pictures of what it looks like. Tanks, trees. After the bombardment, burned all those trees down. And when they got there, they're like, oh my God, this ain't going to be easy at all. Some artillery going off in the background there. Some soldiers down there trying to hide from it. But it looks horrible. It's like a nightmare. Remember, you're 18 years old. Most of these guys are 18 years old. Pulled from their homes against their will. Oops, that's too far. So, in the end, so the battle ended up not taking 4 days, but 2 months. And it was so hard, in fact, that they had to send reinforcements from the army to help, because just over a month and a half in, the Marines lost 60% of their men. 60%. Think of that. That's a lot of people dead, injured, wounded, missing. So the army came in to help. In the end, the battle ended up costing us 1,252 killed, 5,274 wounded or missing. That was just from the Marines. The Army also lost 542, 2,736 wounded or missing, a total of 1,794 killed, 8,000 wounded or missing. In one battle in the war, one battle, we lost that many people. But there was 11,000 Japanese on the island. By the end of the war, they'd killed 10,695 of those soldiers. They would not stop fighting. They fought to the end. 202 were captured. On November 24th, the leader of the Japanese committed suicide instead of rather than surrender, he committed ritual suicide. And a couple months after that, like I think January or April or May, the year after, there were still Japanese who didn't think that the battle was over, hiding in the mountains of the island. So it's just a picture. That's some of the wounded and the dead from the Marines and the Army. And the controversy, it's a controversial battle because in the end, the island had little to no strategic value in the first place. So they could have never even took the island, and it wouldn't have affected the war efforts at all in that part of the world. So we lost well over 10,000 men, counting the wounded, for pretty much no reason. That's why it was controversial. The battle ended up lasting from September 15th to November 27th, when the Army stayed to finish the job. They pulled the Marines out because they took such heavy casualties that they had to pull them out, and the Army had to go in and finish the job, which they did. So it was a costly war. It was unnecessary, really. But the reason it's relevant to us is because it's part of our history, and we can never forget the people who fought in the war for us, to this day. So,